Welcome back to Coldtake podcast on BSN. This is episode 6 of the podcast. Welcome back, guys. I'm here with Exo, Ramsosig, and Conrad Ginger as a guest speaker. So, what's up, guys?
Hello.
Hey.
Why, hello there.
So, today we got a packed podcast for you guys. Week 1 of BHL has just ended, actually. My bad. Of season 6, so pretty exciting. The last time we talked on the podcast, we were still in the off season, but we have begun finally. So what were your guys' thoughts on the week overall? Was it successful and all that?
Yeah, I'd say the first week was pretty good. I mean, we saw promising play from the San Francisco Flight, and we saw promising play from the Ice Caps in their games against Michigan and Hartford.
Right.
So I'd say it was a pretty successful week.
Any other thoughts,
I'm in
guys?
full agreement. The league has made a successful rebound from the end of the offseason when we almost lost 2 teams, but fortunately one of them was able to be reincarnated in a different form as a San Francisco Flight.
Yeah.
And they've been doing okay for a new team. Promising future. So can't complain there.
Definitely better than their old Flight, already.
Yeah. And every team scored 2 goals this week at least. So it was a pretty successful week.
Very competitive overall, I'd say. And the games weren't too high scoring either. They were pretty close all around. So, entertainment factor is a plus. So, I guess what we're going to do is we're going to go game by game and just give our analysis on each one. What each team did good, what they did bad, and what's good out of the line from week 1, and just give our thoughts on them. So, can someone be so kind as to read me what the first game was?
First game was the Michigan Hornets versus the San Francisco Flight.
So Flight
at 8
debut.
p.m. ET, Friday, January 17th, 2020.
Thank you, Ram. What can you tell me what exact second it started at during the day? Could you tell me, please?
It was probably closer to 8:05 because it's never on time because pregame and then someone's always late and we're like BRB or just doing dumb stuff,
8:05.03.63, because you gotta get the milliseconds in there too.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Anyways, so Flight made their debut back to the league from since season 3 with their new and improved roster. I think the roster for that night was DMP Blazy 36, Crits _YT, and Deserted Drago, right?
Yeah.
So Drago's in net, and then they just kind of switched off on the other lines. Michigan had, I don't even know. Exo, I know that.
Okay. Yeah, it was me, Mia, Jam, and then Dylan.
So pretty solid. Was Lynch there?
No, he made it to the second game though. And nor was Squid.
He didn't come at all this week.
Yeah. Squid was sick and he had other problems.
And Stratus PvP ranked released. So he probably just went over to that instead. Alright, anyways. So how do you guys think the Flight played for their first time back into the league?
Bad.
I wouldn't say bad, but they didn't play that good. They kept on bunching a lot.
Right.
Just kidding. They're sufficient for a new team. I enjoyed their performance.
Yeah, in their first game, I'd have to say it wasn't that bad. I mean, they kept with the Hornets there in the first game, and but as you say, they did start to bunch. They don't have that chemistry yet. So in that game, their first game back, obviously that showed. So
and they were playing tough opponent as well.
Yeah, and I can only expect it to get better. So yeah, it was pretty good.
Now in the next couple weeks, they actually have a better schedule coming up. Actually, in week 2, they're playing Hartford, so they can get a sneak in a dub there. They play Hollywood.
Perhaps.
But then in week 3, it sort of goes downhill for them again. They play Michigan once again, then Winnipeg. But yeah, they have a standard schedule.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like they would definitely be better than they once were.
Yeah.
I have to agree.
My thoughts. I thought they did well. I think the communication with the reason why the bunching happened on San Francisco side was because of a communication issue. So between crits, because that's fixable, obviously. Just like miscommunication on who's going for the puck and who's covering, but
now the second game on the other hand was a little bit closer.
Right.
The Light narrowly losing to the Hollywood Hat-Tricks. 2-1 was the final score on that one. And that was a close call for Hollywood.
In overtime, I should say, too.
In overtime.
So
that was a close call.
Yeah, I mean, entertaining. It was a very fun game to play. I think I forgot who scored again. Who scored first again? Oh, Sniper. On the power play.
Taking the early lead.
Right, on the special teams, coming up big on his debut. What a big moment for Sniper, So, he actually was on the power play by accident, because I was gassed, so I decided to put Sniper on the power play, and he ripped one into the top right corner from a pass from Flashee.
He made many achievements that game. Like the first goal for hat-tricks this season, his first goal, and then much more.
Right. Rams had a good game. Almost got a shutout.
Let in 1 goal. I'd say that's a pathetic performance by the goalie number 29, Ramsosig. Absolutely.
Yeah, come on, Ram. You're slacking there, buddy.
Yo, why is Ram even on that team? He should be benched.
Yo, he should be in the minor leagues or something.
Why does this man play for the Blockey Hockey League, bro?
Yeah,
I don't understand. Hollywood is gonna need to go get into the market for new goalie here, or else they're gonna be let down on defense. Their defensive core is crumbling as we speak.
In other news,
Ram, do you have something you want to tell us, buddy?
Yeah, are you having an underlying message here?
Is there more to the story? Tune in next week, guys. Goodness.
Next week we'll.
That's it for this podcast. We'll see you guys next week.
All right, moving on to the third game. Let's see here. The Winnipeg Ice Caps versus the Michigan Hornets. Yeah, this was a pretty whack performance, guys. Michigan obviously taking the dub, but by quite a margin, guys. So the final score for that one was actually 3-0, and that gives Michigan, keeping their undefeated record, obviously 2-0 in the season so far.
Yep. Exo, you want to comment because you're actually on Michigan?
I kind of made 2 goals on that, but that
yeah, guys,
day
he's a defenseman though, right? He's a defenseman. He leads the league in goals, right? But he's a defenseman, so.
I am. I still got a clean sheet, so
Shut up,
you know.
James Norris. Shut up, clown. Okay. Oh shoot, that's my phone. My accident.
Berlin Wall scoring a few points in that game, yeah. Carrying his team to victory. Oh my goodness.
Who had the third goal?
Oh, third goal was Lynch, and then I gave him the assist.
You just had to throw it in, had you?
I mean, sure.
So kind.
Winnipeg, one of their big issues was that the stamina. They didn't have a third. They didn't have a fourth player, so they were struggling.
Yeah.
Until Gorius came late in the game.
Yeah.
But then it was too late to do anything. So.
Yep.
But they still played. I mean, they played decently. Sam had a good game, low key.
Yeah, he did. He had a really good game. For me, I feel like it was a really good game, even though the score is what it is. You know, X had that really good interception in front of the net, and he just put that home. You know, the Ice Caps, I feel like they just need to get some more chemistry. They're a good, like, fresh team. They, like I say, they just need to get that chemistry going. And honestly, I think they could be a pretty good team. Like, from what I saw, I was kind of impressed. Sam's pretty good there in the back end and everything. I mean,
I agree.
Yeah, definitely.
Moving on though to the game, like Saturday, BHL Saturday. First game was what, Winnipeg at Hart.
No, it was Whalers
No,
at
we just
at
Whalers.
Whalers.
yeah.
We're on the second game on Saturday, and I believe that one was Winnipeg versus Hartford.
Yeah.
Wait, are we in the first game or the second one, Mike?
The second game.
Second game of Saturday, January 18th, 2020. This is 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Come on, DJ. You slack.
Oh yeah, wait. Okay, yeah, I'm stupid. All right. Okay. Anyways.
So basically, what happened was Winnipeg made quite the turnaround. They were leading pretty much the whole game. Hartford tied it up at one point, 2-2, but then Winnipeg finished it off 4-2 at the final.
That error by Alfresco, and on the face-off unit overall, that was like a stabbing wound, like because they had just tied it up, right? The next play, Al was like AFK or something. I don't know. He had like cement shoes on. I said it in stream, but he just like didn't move. And then when they lost the face-off, I don't know who was playing defense, but they like overcommitted and then left our Jets on a breakaway, and then Jets just tucks one inside on the near side. So that pretty much put the game away right there. Whalers probably could have. They probably could have won that game because they had good momentum going. Billy Bear, Nick 12 as he's called now, like popped off.
Yeah, it was a tough game as a Whaler. It was a tough game. I will say that. But the Ice Caps outplayed us. We couldn't get the bounces that we wanted.
I have a big question for Comrade. So, can you tell us about the decision to not put you in net and put Al in net instead?
Okay, so Fresky, I don't know if you know this, but he's actually a pretty good goalie. And so we were just thinking, because we had him play in preseason, and he did what he did in preseason. He shut you guys out, And so we were just like, hey, let's just roll with him in the regular season and see what happens. So from what we saw, we honestly didn't think it was too bad. So we might keep it that way. I don't know. You have to tune in next week and find out if we did. So
yeah, that's not bad. Hartford is pretty flexible, and they do have depth in a lot of areas. And now, big snatch and grab by Hartford after.
Whoa, Ram. We still have a game to go over though, Ram.
Okay, but this is way more important.
Okay. Fire away.
At approximately 9. Oh wait, I gotta cop the time here. Gotta cop the time in transactions. Anyways, at approximately 11:03, the Hartford Whalers released a player.
Some unknown dude.
And then,
bro, Freshman's a good friend of mine.
From free agency, Blabus Nabus 5.0 to a 2-season contract.
Wait,
okay,
that's
guys.
correct.
This is pretty big.
Yep.
This is like nuclear, okay? This guy is going to bring talent to the team. Even more depth and even more scoring. So,
but is it
watch
enough,
out.
Though?
Hartford is coming.
Does Hartford have enough supporting characters, around Blackus in the depth chart?
Well, I don't know.
Defense.
Check out the net.
I'm talking about
Xounaut worthy goalie. I mean,
I'm talking about
I say that?
Defensively,
Yeah, I just said they had a Vizina worthy goalie. That's a defensive role.
What about the actual defenseman?
Your actual defense.
I know. Right, Exo?
What? I feel like he's gonna struggle there because he doesn't have like a top tier defender, and then stamina is also gonna kill him.
Who?
Blackus. I don't think he's really like played with stamina plus like a non-high tier defender. So he's probably not going to be the best at Whalers as he was at Hornets.
He doesn't have an elite defensive depth chart around him like he had on Michigan to really support him. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, he definitely fits into that locker room, which is a hard place, hard environment.
Or maybe we're just underrating.
It's really not. Guys. It's really, as a Hartford Whaler, I know you guys give us a lot of flack here on this show and in the league, but as a Hartford Whaler, I would just like to let you all know it's really not that bad. We're not that toxic, okay?
Hartford is coming. Hartford is coming for you guys, okay?
We are.
Said this last week.
We've got a vendetta against everybody, so watch out.
Last week, everyone underestimated Hartford. Like, LOL, out of the playoffs, 5th place.
Well, I mean, we weren't really wrong to underestimate. They're 0.
But you are wrong, because over the past developments, some things have changed.
Okay, well, literally nobody saw that coming.
You are cool. You are really cool. Just wait a second.
I know.
Hartford has actual potential now, and I think they can go pretty far.
That's a pretty cold take there, Ramsosig.
Oh my God!
That's actually the meaning. It's actually the meaning of the name of the podcast is like a, Okay. Anyways.
We understand. We understand.
Okay. Just letting everyone else know who doesn't know.
I think the team that isn't making playoffs is probably going to be now that the Whalers have gone Blackish. I feel like they're gonna make it onto playoffs.
I don't know. Be
True.
Interesting.
They're just starting out though. That's normal for a new team.
Right. They're still an expansion team, technically speaking. So.
Anyway, we still have one more game, I believe.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
My condolences for getting us off track there.
It's okay.
That was detrimental. Anyway. 9:30 p.m. ET. Final. Hollywood Sauce Tricks against the Hartford Whalers. Now, Hollywood's undefeated this season, guys, okay? I'm just saying, watch out.
For now.
For now, until they play, like, the Michigan Hornets, maybe. Anyway.
No.
2-0 shutout. Thanks in part by the defensive core. Like, that was a really good game. What are your cold takes on that?
Well, as a Whaler, being in net, okay, this game I was in net. We had a couple defensive errors that led to some goals where Flashee wasn't protected, and then cross crease may or may not have happened.
Lane was not covered.
I mean, it is what it is. We're still trying to get that chemistry going. The Hartford Whalers Club is. We didn't get the bounces that we wanted. We had one on the goal line. We had an opportunity at the end, too, that it should have gone in. But, it is what it is.
And then we had that
that's
time
my cold take.
where Ram's internet died. Actually, fun fact, me and Flashee didn't even know. We didn't even realize until we, looked back and saw that the net was just wide open.
Yeah, bro. I was out for, 5 minutes at tops. My internet, I just saw the players in front of me freeze. I'm like, oh, it's over. It is over. So I, quickly fired up Minecraft again. I was like, okay, I got to get back in. And to my surprise, the defensive core carrying as usual. It shouldn't have been a surprise, but they were carrying.
I mean, Oil almost got a shot off to put it in, but I hit it away from him just in time. Flashee went to cover. We had Sniper, come out. Ram rejoined that minute, but he was on the ice. We were like, oh no, too many men. But then he got teleported, so the Sniper had to come back on and hold the line. It almost went in, hit the post, and it was out front. But then Flashee went the other way. Yeah, it was. I watched DMP's commentary. It was so entertaining. But
yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
So
that was really cool. And
good goals.
I believe that wraps it up for 5 games this week. Next week we'll have 5 more games, packed action, jam-packed. Friday, January 24th, 2020, 7 p.m. ET. We have the Hat Tricks against the Flight again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wait.
At
again.
At San Francisco.
at San Francisco. Then the Whalers play San Francisco. 2 home
Mhm.
games should give them a nice morale boost. Michigan versus Winnipeg, and then the Michigan Hornets versus the Hollywood Hattricks. This is the BHL BSN game of the week. By the way,
Prime
if you
time
didn't
game,
know,
bro.
8:30 p.m. ET. And then one more game after Winnipeg faces off against Hartford in Hartford.
A lot of home games for Hartford. They're like their second one.
Well, I mean, they have the cool kid pass. So anyway, what are we
Yeah.
moving on to
Alright,
like
yeah,
top
so-
10 players?
Yeah, top 10 players in our opinion. Okay, in our opinion. We can all, I guess, mutually like throw out some names of who we think should be each ranking, and we'll go off. We'll mutually decide, or make our own case for who we think. Okay, so
Yeah.
starting at number 10. Let me pull up the stat sheet. Actually, let's pull that up, because just to get a
This
sense
is like
of
in the
who's
week,
played.
right?
Right, in the week.
Yeah.
Just to get a sense of
Number
who's played.
10 rated on the stats sheet is Berto, and he's right above Sam. But he only has 1 point.
Played
Yeah,
two
let me
games.
pull up the stats real quick.
So I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna throw one out here. Curveball. I'm gonna say deserted Drago, because he played very
Okay.
well in net.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the flight
Respectable. Oh yeah, definitely.
for his first debut, I guess.
Yeah,
Actually
for
seeing.
sure.
So is that an agreeable?
Yeah.
So deserted Drago takes the number 10 spot. Number 9. Anyone want to throw out a name? Who they think?
I think Sam did really good, but
Oh yeah, definitely.
not.
Yeah, I agree. So,
Mhm.
That's actually a pretty dank pick.
Ram, you want to pick out a name for number 8?
Oh man, let's see here. Probably Gorius. I don't know.
Okay. Interesting.
I
pick.
mean, respectable because
Oh no.
you have to remember this guy made an impact even though he's there for half the game, but he still made a nice impact.
True.
And Michigan's rate of scoring went down when he joined, obviously,
True.
and he was able to make instrumental stops to keep their lead at a minimum, to save the goal differential from being completely lost cause. So
Right, because the defense wasn't really helping him out very much since they were gassed the entire game. So.
Yeah.
Comrade, your pick for number 7.
I'd like to throw Woe Sniper in here. I don't know if 7's a little too late for him, but he did score his first ever BHL goal, if I'm not mistaken, and that goal was pretty big,
Yeah,
and
I would agree too. He played a good
what a
week.
I'd have to put him
overall.
there.
what a champ!
Next.
Now we're getting to the 6, I believe now.
6, right?
All right.
I'll
Yep.
start again. We're just going in a circle, I guess. Unless you have a differing opinion. Okay, anyways. 6. Let's see here. I'm gonna go with Birdo. Just go Birdo. I mean, he scored a goal, but it was empty netter, so I mean, but it's just Birdo. I mean, he's always has a good positive impact for whatever team he's playing for. So
Yeah.
and his skill with the puck is just everyone knows what it is. So.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean.
All right.
Top
For
5.
number 5, I would probably either put Jam or Nick, because they both had
Oh yeah.
big influences on their team.
That one's probably
Both
gonna
scoring
have to be
2
a tie.
goals. Yeah.
I would say Nick.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. I mean,
Flashee,
even
Nick
though
Flashee has joined the game, folks.
What's up?
Greetings, bro.
We're actually 25 minutes into the podcast right now.
Continue. Don't even mind me.
All right, guys. So Exo, can you please
Moving on to number
continue? No,
4,
whoa. Exo never finished.
Okay, so for number 5, we're putting Nick and Jam as a tie, right?
Okay. Okay. Number 4, that's Rams' turn.
Oh, I'm gonna have to say green bean on this one, honestly.
No one knows that is.
Yeah.
Tajij 101. 1 goal, 2 assists. This guy was pretty instrumental. Honestly, should be higher. Yeah, honestly should be higher.
Then why did you rate me?
I mean, numbers
Wow.
sworn up works.
I'm just kidding. I'll accept it. I'll accept it. You know, it's not that suck like like I should get right EXO, but it's just on running joke between me and EXO about who's gonna get Selk this year.
Yeah.
Silk.
Or Selkie, whatever it's called, because Berto gets all mad when you don't pronounce it
In
correctly.
my opinion, I would probably put TJ at 3rd and switch him with Jeds. Because, like,
Oh yeah, that's
Jets, on his stats, it was more of him being like a solo player, while statistically, TJ seemed like a team player with his assists.
I mean, yep, I agree. I think I should number 1. Like, why is it like? I don't know. I think I played the best this week. I'm just kidding, obviously. It's Comrade's turn now for number 3. No, 2, I guess.
2, yeah. For number 2 slot, I might have to go with the commissioner. He did have 4 points, and he did have 2 pretty big goals, and he had some assists in there. I'm gonna have to go with Flashee.
Welcome to
I can't believe I'm saying this, but Commission's got it.
Welcome to Simp
Easily.
Nation.
Honestly, might be one of the most underrated players in the league.
Yeah.
See, I
agree.
even
Might as
think
well,
you
right?
guys are underrating him right now, because I'd put him at number 1.
Okay.
He has
Oh,
2
We all
goals, but then
Number 1 is
No.
Berlin Wall. I get it.
No. I would put Flashee at number 1 because, like, my stats, they look more solo player, but then Flashee's more like team player. The 2 assists and 2 goals.
Well, there you
One
have it, folks.
Relative, but yeah.
So, yep, those are our top 10 for the week. We'll do another top 10 next week. Our top 5, well, not our top 5, Blazy and Jam's top 5 will be posted on the gram and on Twitter. So, oh yeah, quick plug. Follow us on Instagram, Blockey Hockey on Instagram, and what is it? Is Blockey Hockey League on Twitter, I think. We actually post a lot on there.
_hockey.
Right, so we have posted a lot on there now this season, so just gotta go follow us, We only get like 3 likes per post, which kind of sucks, so yeah.
Gotta start somewhere.
Yeah. And also subscribe to our channel, because there's some new viewers like watching our podcast that is not subscribed, so it's like
We get about 100 views every hour just coming in.
right. 50. Channel's doing
Like-
good though.
200 every second. Like,
Right. A million views, monetized. Pay gets distributed among us, yeah.
V-Bucks.
Obviously.
Off topic here, but like, what if actually BSN like takes off like to like a million subscriber like
I'm gonna
channel?
have to press X to doubt, but
Why not? Honestly,
one can dream.
You never know. Like,
That's
then
true.
what if we get monetization? Like, how's that gonna work out?
I honestly
If
hope
we
we
get
soar higher than the
monetized.
flight, but
I mean, I think all funds should be diverted into my PayPal account. But
I mean, we might want to upgrade the server because it gets kind
Yeah.
of laggy, guys.
well, I'll
Not
probably
gonna
give
lie.
it'll probably go all to the server and development to Flashee. So, yeah, it's just another fundraiser. But we're talking ahead of our
Yeah.
time right now. We have 39 subscribers, so we gotta chill out a little bit. Okay. Anyways, I forgot what we're gonna talk about. Cap.
Next topic.
That is hang on, bear with me. Everyone like talk about something, please. While I go look. Great job, guys.
my bad. What just happened?
Just
So statistically, Jam and Blazy made like top 5 players, And statistically, it was Jam number 5 since he scored 2 goals, so he has 2 points. Number 4, Jets with 3 goals, 3 points. And number 3 was TJ with 1 goal and 2 assists, so 3 points as well. Flashee was number 2 with 2 goals and 2 assists, 4 points. And then I was number 1 with 3 goals and 1 assist.
Berlin Wall stepping up for his team.
Yeah, I thought this guy played defense. I was really shocked when when he choked up on the play and he scored against Winnipeg. With that.
All right, I have the next
Hmm.
topic.
Goodness.
That's epic.
So the next topic is our power rankings and feedback for every team.
Okay.
Oh.
Is this for the week?
Yeah.
Or is this okay? All right. If I may start, I'm gonna have to go ahead and place. I don't know.
Hartford Whalers.
I feel like my team deserves to be last place because honestly, we did not perform. Like at the end of the day, we did not come through whatsoever. We had Nick; he performed well, but the rest of the team, we were kind of sloppy. So I might just have to go ahead and just say our team deservedly is last.
Low-key
for
respect
that.
Respect a comrade.
Respect.
Yeah, respect.
Your situation will get better.
Yeah.
Hopefully. We'll see about that. Tune in next week.
I mean, Black is,
Yeah, for real.
So
could be a
Labus
game
Snappus.
changer.
big moves.
Number 4, I think it's just obvious. Flight on
Right.
0-2.
team.
Well, actually, 0-1 because of the OT loss.
Yeah.
True.
But they conceded 1 less goal than Hartford, yet they scored the same.
They still put up a pretty valiant effort, though.
Yeah, definitely.
They forced the game into overtime, and they did not get completely blown away by the number 1 team in the league so far. They kept it at a respectable 3-1, which for a new team that is
Right.
pretty noteworthy.
So
Forced Hollywood's game into overtime at home. By the way, it forced it into overtime because Ramsosig or whoever that was choked.
That's
Anyway,
like reverse egotistical.
I think the reason why, the only issues they gotta fix, I guess, are the communication, the bunching, and just getting pucks on net, clearing it out of the zone. Because they didn't have a lot of shots, I think, during the Michigan game. Because it was mostly blocked by the defense. I mean,
Berlin Wall.
Dylan made a few stick saves here and there, and a few saves right there.
Yeah.
But defense held up pretty good against them. So, on to number 3. Who wants to say it? I don't know.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's obvious that it's Ice Caps.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they lost one, but then they also won. So they're kind of in between.
Right.
Yeah.
Hat-trick still gotta find his groove again in the season. He didn't have that much of an impact as I thought he would. Sam played good. Jets played good, obviously. Berto is Berto, so we all know how that turns out.
Yeah.
Berto actually didn't make that much of a effect, really, during the game. Beside from that empty net goal, which is it's empty net, so.
What I find interesting is that the San Francisco Flight had a closer game with Michigan than the Winnipeg Ice Caps did with Michigan. The Ice Caps got completely shut out 3-0, while San Francisco put 1 on the board against Michigan 3-1. So they had a closer game with that team than the Ice Caps did, which I think can sort of gauge their performance a little bit, depending on weeks to come. You can sort of expect the Flight and Ice Caps to be pretty close in the rankings here.
Right, so easily interchangeable, depending on
your
opinion.
For sure.
Just shows the competitiveness of the league so far. So, yeah.
If I may just comment on the Ice Caps play when I was watching their game, they had several odd man rushes in their game against Michigan, and I feel like if they locked that down and they, if they were better defensively, I believe that they probably could have got one on the board, at least.
Right.
It's just how the cookie crumbled that game. And, if, obviously they've got new assets over there and they just need some, chemistry. And obviously with the weeks to come, that'll work out. So I think they'll be okay.
If I may chip in there, I think I don't think anyone else. No, I don't know what I'm saying. I mean, I think Jets hasn't really got the full use out of the new stick mechanic because he had a lot of breakaways in both games, right? And he didn't use the slap shot, I don't think, at all, on those breaks. So, and then Ice Caps got to work on the whole passing dynamic between each other. Like, if you look at the Hollywood game, me and Flashee went off on the passing game versus Hartford. So, I mean, it just shows how powerful the new stick mechanic is when it's used correctly. So, I think that they had power play opportunities too. I think, right? At least one.
Yeah, at least one.
So, just about capitalizing on those opportunities, as Comrade said. But still, they're looking pretty solid. But so yeah, number 2 now. Ooh, this is tough.
This.
Flashee, you want to give your input?
For number 2 team of the week.
Yeah, for the power rankings.
So we already said Whalers, Ice Caps, and Flight.
This is tough.
It is tough because currently both teams are tied. First and second are actually tied for first. What separates them is a 2-goal differential. Michigan has a +5 and Hollywood has +3. So, I mean, at the end of the day, Michigan did do better than Hollywood. So I'm going to have to go with Hollywood as number 2.
That's true. Hollywood still, and I believe they're going to be really close contenders in a few weeks to come. Because Hollywood was, keep in mind, Hollywood is playing without their top scorer, the newly acquired scorer, and one of their best defenders. So this is a statement week for Hollywood saying, hey, we can put up points, we can make bank, without valuable assets. And once we get those assets, we're going to blow you out of the water.
Straight facts, bro. I'm getting hyped. I don't know why. But
and if you look at the player statistics, all of the Hollywood players have chipped in some way, except for maybe Hen. Hen's slacking a little there, buddy. They all have a point or a goal, except for Ram. Ram too. Ram's slacking. He's got to score a goal there from back there.
You let in, let's see here, 1 goal. Honestly, why is this guy BHL level?
I know. He's slacking.
Yo,
that Ram kid.
Send him down to the NBHL. Where's the 2-way contract?
Yeah, honestly, this kid, I don't know if he deserves it. But, as I was saying, Hollywood's pretty deep when it comes to, scoring ability and all that stuff. So
Sniper needs to get the start next week in that report's coming.
I gotta give it to Hen though. Hen really stepped it up on defense. I was very surprised. Him and Sniper were on the same line together.
Oh yeah, that was
definitely
big
risky. It was definitely risky because they are both rookies, but they really showed that they can be on a line together and still, defend against some really good players.
They had a slow start because they couldn't get out of the zone, but after a few shifts, they actually were able to get some shots on.
Yeah, they got some shots on goal that had me impressed.
So yeah, I think Sniper almost scored one of them, if I'm not incorrect. But I could be incorrect on that. So they improved a lot, and they're only gonna get better as the season goes on.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm very excited for the upcoming season. Then that leaves Michigan at number 1 by a slim margin because they scored a couple more goals statistically. Now, are you just going off strictly stats, or are we opinion based? Which one do you think is better, Michigan or Hollywood?
Honestly, Hollywood. I mean, they didn't even have Brandon yet. They still got 2-0 and still conceded the same amount as Michigan. Just didn't have like 2 goals off of Michigan, but with Brandon, they would probably have gotten those 2.
Right.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
It's honestly a little bit hard to tell. Like, the big game changer will be the big deciding factor is gonna be that game, like we mentioned, Saturday of next week, Michigan versus Hollywood. The 2 best teams so far play each other, and that's gonna be a really big power gauge. If both full lineups show up, then we can get accurate, as to who's doing better, what they need to improve on, So I'm not gonna formulate my opinion until then. As of now, Michigan is still number 1, but we're coming for you.
I still think we're overrated.
Tune in next week to find out what happens, guys.
On BSN primetime. Yes, we should do that, Flashee. No cap. Have like a primetime game. Okay, anyways, what's next? Oh yeah, we got predictions. We kind of just did those, but I guess we have to do it for all the games.
Yeah.
Pull up the game list.
So first game is Hat-Tricks versus the Flight again. I think it's just gonna be the same thing. Hat-Tricks picking up the
W. Yeah.
Brandon is unsuspended. I can't make the game, but either D will be there.
Back.
Yeah, I can't make that, but either D will be there. So.
Okay. Yeah, I think it would probably be like 4-0.
I made 4-1. I think Blazy might notch one again.
And the game after that, I believe, is San Francisco or Hartford at San Francisco.
Yeah.
I believe this is going to be a good power gauge as to where Hartford is going to be using their new players. I believe they're going to have to figure out their lines during this game. I do not expect them to make it a high-scoring game just because they're going to have to figure out the new lines. I'm going to predict that like 2-0 Hartford.
Okay.
Respectable score.
Yeah, I can see that too. Fully agree, honestly. What's next?
Hornets at Ice Caps.
It's a rematch from Saturday.
Oof. Hopefully Gore.
Wait, there's a back. Oh, never mind. I thought. Never mind.
Hopefully Winnipeg has a full roster. Then it'll really be fun to watch.
Yeah. I think that anybody who has a full roster against the Hornets are gonna do well just because of the stamina. And the Hornets have kind of a small team and can't add anyone else.
Right.
Yeah.
True.
What's after that? Is that it?
And then we have the blockbuster game.
Yeah.
One team will go.
Blockbuster game.
One team will no longer be undefeated after that game.
Oof.
Someone is gonna have to go down. Gonna have to go down fast.
Home game for Hollywood. The last time the home game was at Hollywood against Michigan. Michigan beat us.
Yeah.
So obviously,
I really want to win this game.
This game, it just all depends on who shows up. Honestly, both teams can beat each other, but if they both had full lineups, then that would be I don't know if I could be able to decide who's gonna get that dub, but I expect it to be actually a pretty low scoring game, and the defenses are gonna have to be working really hard.
Right. I mean, I'm going to go on a limb here and say that the entire league is rooting against Michigan. I mean...
Oh, they always do. We're used to it.
Everyone just wants you to be...
Yeah, I wouldn't say you're wrong on saying the whole league is probably behind Hollywood in this. Except for maybe a few of the Hartford players, not going to lie.
Yeah.
Just for those who don't remember, the last time Hollywood and Michigan played was... December 1st, 2019, it went to overtime, tied 0-0, and Jam scored the OT winner, assisted by Blackus.
So, really close.
Yeah.
And that
And
was
now
last
that the
season
teams
too.
and now that the teams are even more evenly matched, and the Blackest is no longer on the Hornets, and now the Hollywood Hat Tricks have Brandon, it should be a really interesting game.
Yeah, definitely.
Gotta get like full commentator. Like that's gotta be like a good stream.
Yeah,
I'm hyped
for
for that.
sure.
I'm so hyped for that game. It'd be so fun.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the last game?
No, then we have Ice Caps
Winnipeg.
at Whalers.
Yeah.
Another
Mhm.
close matchup, honestly.
I feel like Whalers are gonna pick up another W.
This is kind of hard, actually, in my opinion.
It depends if how that San Francisco game goes. If we get our lines down as a Hartford player, if we get our lines down and we get everything worked out, potentially could steamroll them. But do I think that's going to happen? Probably not. It'll probably be a relatively close game because in Hartford style, we don't play normal per se. So I mean,
Right.
it should be interesting. It'll definitely help gauge where Hartford is. If we lose these games, then we're a bottom feeder team. But with Blackest there, it is pretty much a wild card game. So
But Winnipeg and Hartford Whalers, I'd say, are pretty evenly matched.
yeah, for sure.
With the addition of Blackus, making it even more
Yeah.
so. Should be actually two back-to-back really close games. So
Yeah.
Really fun weekend coming up for week 2. Overall. So
Yeah, I'm pumped, bro.
tune in for that.
Yeah, tune in next week for 2
Yeah.
amazing games on Saturday.
So that's actually all I got. So thank you guys for tuning in to this edition of BSN Coldtake. Follow us on Instagram at Blockey Hockey, right? Blockey Hockey League, something like
Mm-hmm.
that.
If you want, I can say it. Follow us on Instagram at Blockey Hockey and on Twitter at Blockey_hockey. And also follow us, our coverage account at Blockey Sports on Twitter for all the action there.
Also, subscribe to us on BSN. And
turn on the bell for notice.
turn on notifications.
Of course.
To get it in your feed, in your subscription feed. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe.
Invite your friends.
Okay, all right.
Oh yeah, please share. And
Join the
Back and
league.
watch later.
Oh,
Join the league.
and we can't forget, go to the description of the video and join our Discord, the BHO Discord, or Flash. You want to say the link to it?
Yep, it's https://discord.me/hockey.
And also BBA is coming, so for that it's just https://discord.me/basketball, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to join BBA. So then we have MBL too, which is there as well. But stay tuned, guys. Thank you for tuning in to episode 6 of BSN Coldtake. I'm TJ. I've been joined by Flashee, Ram, Comrade, and EXO, and we'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.
Das Vidania.
Oh.